Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? We got another trade recap video for today. Today is a Monday, February 2nd, and ended up taking a couple trades today. So gonna kind of run through what I was thinking coming into market open and the trades I took. Um, Having a really great week for news, guys. So it's gonna be a great opportunity, great week for trading. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just get started on the day. So pretty much coming into market open this morning, I really wasn't super clear on bias, but if anything, I was leaning a little bit more bullish just because we had recently came out and swept out this sell side liquidity level from last week. Pretty prominent level here, and we're starting to see a movement up off of that. We also have this inverse on this hourly for value gap right here that I was watching. So hold up, inverse on the hourly, and then we have this 15-minute that we weren't quite in at open. So I kind of was looking to, maybe see if we would want to come down and open. I really wanted to see these equal lows get taken right here. Maybe come down and take these equal lows, get a SMT, and then see a move higher, something like that. Or just come down really and take out any of these internal lows to get a move off of them. Just some kind of little retracement, little manipulation leg. But indeed, we did not do that. So I was either looking for that, or maybe if we wanted to go short or keep, be bearish, come into this 15-minute gap and then see some kind of rejection lower off of it, which we ended up ripping straight through that. Um, yeah, straight through that. So the first, 30-ish minutes of market open really a whole lot didn't happen. I mean, we just basically went straight up. No real retrace, kind of chopping around. Honestly, not looking like a great day for price action. And then we start to approach this previous New York AM high, which is right here. This high right here, and this swing highs there as well, hourly highs. So as we start to approach that, I'm like, okay, maybe we're just gonna keep. Obviously, we just shown that we're extremely bullish, and we're just gonna keep ripping up. So maybe I'll find some kind of continuation trade to that high, um, which ES was a lot closer to at the time. So we have this change in the state right here after a pullback into this. I think we pulled back into a 5 minute. Yeah, a little 5 minute for value gap right there. Change the state delivery. Um, After we had this, I was wanting to take a continuation trade off of this 1 minute for value gap right here. So if price were to come right back down into this for value gap, tap it, and get a move off of it, I was going to enter long, targeting that buy side level, which we didn't actually get it retrace into that, but it ended up putting on a long right about here. We had another small retrace in this 1 minute for value gap, rejected off of that, then had another change, little tiny change right there, and slapped on a long position right there, targeting the high. And throughout all of that, after we got this push up, which I was, looked like we were gonna go the high, we did actually. ES took the high and NQ didn't, so we put it SMT. I was still confident enough that NQ could have seen to go take the high because we were still moving, having momentum upward, but ended up not, and I ended up putting my stop not break even, but I trailed it a little into profit here. Um, where's that? Sorry, I don't know why this freaking tool is being all weird. So originally this was the trade right here, targeting that high, and then ended up trailing my stop beneath this fair value gap right here, this 1 minute. I was like, all right, if we come below this 1 minute, we're probably gonna, or disrespect this 1 minute, we're probably not gonna want to go see that high, especially since we have the SMT. So got stopped out right there, and then went out and would have completely stopped me out. So ended up making about $200 off of that trade right there, and then pretty quickly after that, we got this other setup that formed that was a beautiful setup for the day, and by far the best trade. Um, so, oopsies. Okay, so we put in this SMT with the daily high that we had put in already right here, and this New York AM high, these hourly highs as well. And I was looking right here. So they're almost, you could have almost got caught up in this long right here, thinking we tapped in this 15-minute for value gap, inverse it. They're going to push up. If you're just targeting this high, ES took the high, NQ didn't, so we got another internal SMT with this external SMT with a nice swing low we just put in. Pretty much like absolutely bread and butter, low hanging fruit. So I had this 1 minute for value gap created right here, and I absolutely slapped the short position on right after we inversed that. I got filled in right there, stop at the high, stop at the high, and I was just targeting this low right here. Now you could have technically targeted this like 5 minute swing low right here, which I kind of wanted to target in the first place, but at the end of the day, I'm just gonna take that 1-to-1, secure my profit, and get out here. The only reason I would have held this longer is because I'm taking this trade on an eval, so it's not like the biggest deal ever. But anyways, right here, and then after, so I ended up taking this with one MQ, or not one MQ, one NQ contract, and then right here when we inverse the second 1 minute for value gap, I slapped on another one. So I was in there with two MQs and made a just right at about $1,000 on this trade, maybe a little bit under. I can't remember exactly. So absolutely beautiful A plus mech model setup right here. Bread and butter, what I trade, and it felt good to take this trade, guys. Not gonna lie. So I'm very happy how I put the trade on and then I sized into it after seeing more confirmation, and then I believe I went break even right here. I think after we took this internal, we had this initial move. We came a little pullback into the fair value gap again, and then we came and took that low again. I went break even right there, or at this low, I forget, one of the two. But yeah, it was absolutely beautiful trade. Hope everybody caught a dub today. If not, no worries. There's going to be a ton of other opportunity this week. Here's the proof right here. Little under $1,200 on the day on the eval. So this is good because we should be able to pass it in one more trade, maybe two. We'll see depending on what kind of setups present themselves the rest of the week. But that is all from me today. I will catch you guys later. Peace.